Now, if you are a fan of spicy and peppery fragrances, I have a real treat for you today. This fragrance by Wilgermain is called Inconfessable. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this release from 2020, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin my fragrance review of Inconfessable by Wilgermain and I give you my thoughts on the fragrance, what it smells like, the perfumer, the inspiration, so on and so forth, I do want to start things off by saying that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it, hit the bell icon, and also click where it says enable all notifications. This way you don't miss any of my future uploads. And of course, give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm if you enjoyed this video or if you took something of value from today's episode. So here's a fragrance that is from a brand pronounced Wilgermain, and the reason for that is because the creative director, the founder of the company, the CEO, so on and so forth, two places that he is really fond of are Williamsburg and Saint-Germain. So this is called Wilgermain, which is kind of a combination or a portmanteau of those two places. Now the fragrance is called Inconfessable. It came out in 2020. The perfumer is Rodrigo Flores Ru. Just look up his resume and you will see just the vast catalog of releases for which he is responsible. Really impressive. And this is a spicy fragrance. So there's Timur pepper from India. There's also black pepper essence in the opening. There is Virginian cedarwood. And then of course, all of the notes are conveniently located on the back of the box here. There's also red ginger essence from Laos. There's cardamom essence from Sri Lanka, coriander seed essence from Croatia, nutmeg essence. There's also patchouli from Singapore, and Bubinga wood accord. Not too familiar with Bubinga wood, but I've certainly tried patchouli and cedarwood and ginger and pepper and a lot of these other ingredients that are in here. In any case, I'm excited to give you my thoughts on the smell. Let's start things off with the presentation. So I said this fragrance was spicy and peppery. That's exactly how this opens up. So it opens up with a hint of spice, but you also have that ginger in there that gives it that fresh spice with that sort of undercurrent of snappiness. Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but if you've tried other ginger-based fragrance, Dior Homme Sport, it gives it that certain freshness that cannot be established alone with just pepper, right? And there's a lot of spice in here. So you do have the cardamom, you do have the coriander seed, the nutmeg, and nutmeg adds a bit of freshness to it. I know it kind of seems like a contradiction that a spice would smell fresh, but nutmeg, in my experience, has come across smelling rather fresh, which is why it's used in a lot of aquatic or oceanic fragrances to create an aquatic accord. So there is a freshness in here, and I feel like the nutmeg is working with the ginger to make this one smell fresh, but in the dry down, you do have that patchouli, which is more on the earthy side of things. And you also have some other woods, namely the cedar wood that's in here. You know, it's funny, as I spent the past couple of weeks smelling this one, I've had this in my possession for about a month now. So I'm a little late to the party when it comes to reviewing it. But this one actually kind of reminds me of a niche version of Burberry Hero. So Burberry Hero, if you didn't know, has cedarwood and pepper. Those are the two main notes. But this one has a spiciness that is way more diverse, smells much more natural than Burberry Hero. And the base has that really nice duality between woodsy and earthy. If you are a fan of fragrances like Burberry Hero, but you want something that smells of niche quality, something that's higher tier, something that's going to give you better performance as well, Wilgermain is an amazing fragrance, and you can find this one at Twisted Lily. I looked around and I saw it was available at Harrods and stuff like that, but you don't want it to be shipped internationally, right? Twisted Lily right here in the States, super convenient. So definitely check it out at Twisted Lily. They always have fragrances, niche fragrances for a good price, and Wilgermain is a great spicy, woodsy, and ginger kind of a scent. I really like the quality of it, and Rodrigo Flores Ru, I should say, is an amazing perfumer, and I am continually impressed by his releases, and I try to pick up everything that he comes out with because I think his style is definitely one that works really well on my skin, except for maybe some John Varvatos fragrances. But aside from that, I think he's an amazing perfumer, definitely one of the most talented of our day. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, I did compare this one to Burberry Hero, but as I'm led to believe, this came out before that, right? So this is an amazing fragrance, really high quality, definitely a very professional, office, sophisticated, masculine type of a fragrance. Longevity, 8 to 9 hours. Projection, amazing for the first hour of application. It radiated within an arm's length, about an arm's length, I would say. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 5.5 to 6, right around hour 8 or 9, it became a skin scent. Great performance. Versatility, I think it's perfectly unisex. Some people, however, would argue that it leans masculine. Again, I think it's unisex, but I can see why some people, on account of the woods, the spices, and the patchouli, would argue that this one leans a little bit masculine. I think this is great for the colder weather and the spring. I probably just wouldn't wear it in the dead of summer, and we're kind of past that hump at this point. This one is great for casual and formal wear, and I can see anybody of any age really appreciating this fragrance. In terms of the presentation, I really do love the presentation. Very heavy bottle, very heavy cap as well. If you own it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. The distribution on the atomizer is really nice mist. So my final verdict on this fragrance is it's a great, spicy, woodsy, peppery fragrance. Very professional, almost like a niche version of Hero by Burberry. I hope that describes it pretty well. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon and also click where it says enable all notifications. This way you don't miss any of my daily uploads. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Great fragrance, available at Twisted Lily. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.